Hey everyone, it's me back at it again with a new video. Now this video is kind of late because the topic I'm talking about today, it was a lot more popular a few months ago than it is right now. The topic in question is Saki Sanobashi, aka Go for a Punch, the Lost Media anime. This whole urban legend started one day on 4chan when someone described this show they apparently saw on the dark web. And like with many things in urban legends, you always have one guy who says, I was on the dark web and I just saw something that was so disturbing. It was bloody and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but anyway, it went like this. He was on the dark web one day and he saw this weird anime. It had a 90s or 80s anime art style to it, and the animation looked very low budget, grainy, stuff like that. The plot of the thing was that a group of three schoolgirls were trapped in a bathroom with no exit, and they had no way out. They were stuck in there, they were slowly being driven insane, and they had philosophical dialogue about why they were there. Eventually, all of them went completely insane, and so they started killing each other. One of them was ripping at her neck, tearing off the skin until she died. One of them asked one other girl to drown her head in the sink because she didn't have enough determination to kill herself, and another one banged her head against the wall until she died. It was all extremely graphic, disturbing, and bloody, and the 4chan person is allegedly the only one who has saw it. And once he made that thread, it just started getting extremely popular. A lot of people were talking about it. Everyone wanted to know if this thing was real or was it fake. There was investigations going on to the nature of Saki Sanobashi, if it was real or not. No one really knew. No one had any answers because, again, everything was just really vague, sketchy, no concrete details. He conveniently forgot a lot of important details that would make finding this easier. And as the months went by, people just, they began to think it was fake because there was no conclusive evidence. There was nothing to determine if this was real or fake. And that's really unfortunate because I like the description of Saki Sonobashi. It sounds like something that could be real because it's straightforward enough. A group of girls that get stuck in a room with no exit, they go insane and kill each other and will kill themselves in bloody fashion. It sounds like something you could see in a 90s OVA. And because of that, people believed it was true because once, like I just said, it sounds believable. It sounds like something that does exist. And surprisingly enough, it seems that it might not even exist. This search has been going on for months, and there has yet to been a discovery of Saki Sonobashi that has not been an anime that matches the description. And that's the weird thing. You would think there would be something like this out there. You would think someone would have made an anime where someone does something this forward. Like, for example, there are tons of survival games and death game animes and manga shows like that where characters are stuck in similar positions where they're in an isolated setting or they have to kill each other or kill themselves in a gory manner. But there's not a single one that matches the description, and that's the crazy part. So, because of the lack of evidence, people began giving up on the search. The investigation slowly died out on the official Saki Sonobashi Reddit, which originally began as a determined search to find this anime. It quickly became just a dumpster fire of just terrible jokes and memes making fun of people who believe Saki Sonobashi exists. Just trolls ruined the Reddit. I don't go there anymore. I used to go on there quite often, try to look at it every day to see what's going on. And eventually I just stopped because it just became incredibly toxic. I don't like the people who are running that Reddit at all. They're just a bunch of idiots. And if Saki does ever get found out, I hope they don't get to watch it. They really don't deserve to watch it after everything they've done. They're just annoying idiots. Okay? Yeah. So this urban legend, I'm calling it urban legend because once again, no one truly knows if it exists, if it's a troll, if it's fake. Because now, a few months ago on Reddit, someone did say that they were the original Reddit poser who made the Saki thread, and that was all fake. It was just a joke or whatever meant to cause excitement in the community. And like even when that came out, people still didn't know to believe him because like people said, "Hey, you could just be an imposter. I don't know if this is real. You could just be faking it. You're probably not truly anonymous." Some people believe them and just immediately, just like that, it's like, well, Saki doesn't exist. Time to give up the search, which I find okay. I, Look, I'm not mad that they believe him, but how just straightforward, how easily they gave up the search just because of that one post. But okay. Um, yeah, that caused a lot of controversy. It just made the whole situation seem a lot more dubious, even more than it already was. People are still trying to find out if it exists. Some have theorized that the original Reddit 4chan poster, that he basically experienced a Mandela effect in which that his brain just combined the memories of various dark anime he saw and just put them into one thing, and he misremembered the entire thing as one anime when he was actually misremembering several different titles. And that's a very possible theory, but that just sounds like the description just sounds way too concise to be a random hodgepodge of random anime. It just feels a little bit too concise. Some people had said that the show he was thinking about was actually Corpse Party, Euphoria, Higurashi, and other shows like that, but those shows are nothing like what Saki Sonobashi is. The only things they have in common is that they have schoolgirls in it and blood. Besides from that, there's really nothing that similar to them that you would misremember it as that. I guess Euphoria was the one that's most similar because you have the group of teenagers who are trapped in a setting and they have to perform vile acts on each other, but those acts are sexual rather than inherently. Well, this I only played the demo for Euphoria, but I do know a lot what goes on. But they're sexually violent acts rather than just brutality, violent stuff like that. So, stuff like that really wouldn't be what you will find. Stuff like that didn't happen in Euphoria. Euphoria is not Saki Sonobashi. I can say that for certain. It's definitely not Saki Sonobashi. And plus, none of those shows have an 80s slash 90s anime aesthetic. Now, when the 4chan poster did make note of the art style, he did say he had big Higurashi. I mean, oops, no, 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 sorry. He did say he had big Hayao Miyazaki like eyes, which I don't know, like apparent. I don't know if he knows that having big anime eyes is a normal thing. It's not exactly a Miyazaki thing. If anything, Miyazaki sometimes draws his characters for smaller slash realistic eyes. So that description felt a little bit weird, but you know. So if Saki Sonobashi is indeed real, it has to follow a few of the patterns. You just need to say, hey, this random dark anime is Saki Sonobashi, haha. No, it has to feature a group of girls stuck in a bathroom, and as a matter of fact, it doesn't necessarily have to be a bathroom because I do think it's possible that it's not that the description isn't 100% accurate. It could have just been a regular old room with a sink in it. Then it doesn't exactly have to be a bathroom. It could even be a basement. But it does have to feature a group of girls stuck in a setting, stuck in an isolated room, no way out. They discuss their situation and eventually kill themselves. And of course, it does have to have an old anime style to it. It can't look like it came out yesterday or anything like that. It has to look old. So, with that in mind, what has come from the Saki Sonobashi search? Unfortunately, not a lot. There has been a lot of, investigations, people just finding really obscure anime that have not been talked about in years at all. People have discovered a lot of obscure and dark manga. I discovered some certain series that I enjoyed, and I think media adaptation is his YouTube channel. I always watch the Saki Sonobashi update videos because I really enjoy them. It's a good way to see older, more less popular anime out there, and of course you do get to see certain manga you wouldn't normally read. I do like his videos. I will leave a link in the description below so you can follow his channel and watch his Saki Sonobashi videos. And unfortunately, there's really not much else to say about it. All I can say is that it does sound like something that should exist. I truly do want to find Saki Sobashi. I want to watch the OVA. It just sounds like something that the world that needs to see. And a lot of other people think that because there is currently a Saki Sonobashi recreation project where a group of people on Discord, group of animators to be specific, are going to gather to make an animation that recreates Saki based off the details we know. And there's steady progress. We have the storyboards, a little bit of the storyboards and the character designs leaked right now. No one knows how long it's going to take until it comes out, but I do hope it does come out soon enough. At least by next year. At least I hope by at the very least by next year we get to see the completed project because I am thirsty for I am thirsty to see schoolgirls kill themselves. And I know that sounds messed up, but hey, if you're watching this, you'll probably feel the same way anyway. So, and besides from that, I've made my own Saki Sonobashi fan fiction on Wattpad. You can read it by clicking the link in the description below. It's like think of it like a pilot episode. It's just a little test thing. I wrote it to satiate my thirst for it. I wouldn't consider that good, but I do think it's a little nice thing to read. I plan on making more chapters of it. An alternative route, which is like 9 girls, and each chapter focuses on one girl before she kills herself. I'm just still trying to figure out what I want to do with it because I'm working on a lot of different things right now. I'm writing a lot of different stuff, and I'm just trying to complete them right now. It's a lot. But I will eventually get back to writing the Saki Sonobashi fan fiction. And yeah, that's all I have to say about the topic. I think it's a very interesting to look at. I do want to see Saki come out. I wonder if there's more animations that were found on the dark web because the dark web is the easy catch-all term for anything dark and obscure. To be honest, like, ooh, I found this scary movie on the dark web. Like, bitch, you got this movie at Walmart. No, you did not. So yeah, let's just hope that one day people will be able to find Saki, whether it's the actual real Saki or the recreation project. I really, truly, truly hope that we all get to see Saki Sonobashi, aka Go for a Punch, in the near future. Peace out.